Hello everyone, Sheek here with another Transformers review, and today I will be reviewing the MB-13 Master Builder Ace Hitter by Fans Hobby. And as you can see, he turns into a little police car, actual size, and product shots and conversions and all that. So yeah, looks pretty cool. So that's about it for the pack. Oh, also available if you're interested. Yes, that's about it for the packaging. So let's go ahead and take a look at Ace Hitter. And here we have him out of the box, and in his robot mode, he does come packaged in car mode, which is more eco-friendly and all that, which I do like about the Headmaster Juniors I've gotten so far, which I do believe have all three of the Autobot ones. Do not have the Decepticon ones. I don't think they've done those yet, but yeah, here we have Ace Hitter, aka Shūta Gōooo, which is the human Headmaster Junior, and he does come with a character card in a card stock instead of plastic. Yeah, nice robot mode and nice vehicle mode with pop-up headlights. So he's pretty strong, has a lot of wisdom, speed, courage, firepower, endurance, and tactics. So I guess he's pretty well rounded out. I don't know. I guess maybe he's the leader of the Headmaster Juniors, so to speak. So I guess that makes sense. He might have higher stats. Anyway, articulation. Well, actually, before we get to articulation, let's look at the detail. He does have a nice cheery face. That is the alternate face. His normal face is just kind of standard. You just pop it off. It's very simple. Just pop it off and swap it out. And then also optional sticker if you want. But yeah, that's just straight faced. Yeah, so that's about it for the face. And then of course he does have the chest thing. You open it up and it shows his stats. I guess his stats don't reflect. I don't know if they went based on the original toy, which I think they probably would have, but if they did, it does not reflect what they have for his stats on his character card. Anyway, yeah, articulation-wise, the head is on a ball joint, which is also for the Headmaster Junior. But just, you can do a full 360. You can look down pretty far, look up not too terribly far. It does get a little bit wiggly-waggly, about much. Arms, if you move this out of the way, you can go out about that far. Can do a full 360 and about a little over 90-degree bend at the elbow. Bicep rotation, wrist rotation on a mushroom peg, which is really small. And then he does have a finger joints articulation and a little thumb, which is very loose on this hand. And I honestly do not like hands like this. I feel like it should be more like cabs. These are bigger. Obviously, he turns into a little fire truck, so of course he's gonna have bigger hands. But still, it's like, but this just makes it very nerve-wracking. It was very nerve-wracking. I really wish they had just done standard hands with just one little hinge and maybe a molded-in thumb that doesn't move. I don't know, something that doesn't feel so flimsy, and that's gonna get broken or disappear and make me really sad. Okay, and he does have waist swivel. Doesn't do a full 360, but you don't really need it to. Does get a little bit of an ab crunch and side to side motion, quite a bit of side to side. And if you do too much, I guess you'll start to dislocate stuff. He cannot do the full splits. Well, maybe if I take off his side pieces, yeah, he can pretty much do the full splits if you take off his guns. Thigh rotation, about 90-degree bend at the knee, and he does have ankle tiltage beside from the toe. You can get quite a bit out of the foot. That's about it for that. Like I said, he does come with a couple of side arms, which is kind of cool. I don't think in the show that they actually fired anything like super dangerous. You know, they're supposed to be kids, not giant, not warriors per se, but they turn into little handguns. This one's okay. The other one, on the other hand, for whatever reason, does not want to stay tabbed. It just won't. Oh well. And it doesn't really matter that much because so far I have not really been able to get him to hold on to his guns very well. It's supposed to tab into his open palm like that. Okay, I guess he can hold it. It just the hands just don't want to cooperate. But yeah, you can have him hold his gun. So that looks kind of cool. And then you can, have him dual wield if you want, but I'm not going to bother with the other hand. Like I said, those hands freak me out. And for comparison, here we have with his the other male Headmaster Junior, Cab, which I feel like he's sturdier, he just looks so, he feels, well, obviously he's heavier physically because he's a bigger vehicle, although they are about the same height, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, the hands, like I said, they're much meatier. These I'm not afraid about breaking all of a sudden or losing a piece. But yeah, that's about it. They look good together. Wish I had their Minerva or Athena, because then I would have all of them together and that'd be pretty cool. Anyway, so that's about it for that. So we should probably go ahead and get down to transformation. He is actually pretty fun to transform. There is a couple of bits where it's like, well, especially with the hands. Anything involving these hands freaks me out. Anyway, but first off, let's go ahead and remove his head, behead him. Headless Horseman, not really, but and then I guess we could take a really good look at that noggin. Looks pretty cool. But you want to take this part off, which I do believe turned into the seats in the original toys. I'm not sure. But you just pretty much pull his legs down, un-ab crunch him, and there we have him Shūta go in his little robot mode. And articulation wise, like I said, this is on a ball joint, and absolutely pretty cool detail on that. You can bend about 9-degree bend at the elbow, just a little less. A nice stiff joint, ball joint, so you can go about that far. You can do a full 360. Like I said, there's ab crunch, but that's more for transformation. And legs are not on a, well, actually no, they are on ball joints. Well, whatever. That's actually surprising, but they can't really go out far, but they do go out a little bit, go forward that far, and quite a bit of bend at the knee, but that's also probably, that's just more for transformation, but still cool nonetheless. He doesn't really have any hands to speak of, and then because I guess they had molded in hands, one, and he's really small, and two, might look a little weird for the main robot mode, but whatever. And focus on the minifig. Okay, and then set that off to the side. And okay, I guess we can start up with the upper body and arms. Okay, let's go ahead and pull this out just a little bit so it gives a little bit more room to work with on the arms. Just want to go ahead and collapse his arms and then rotate his hands back. And then let's see, can't remember exactly. I think I had his hands positioned like this for him in car mode. And also, like I said, these hands scare me. I don't like them. I really don't. I know. I keep rambling about how much I don't like them. Okay, and then you want to get this to rotate around. You just tab, let's see, tab that right in there, like so. Got one arm done. And then for weapon storage, which is completely optional, you definitely do not have to do it, but I recommend doing it if you want to have them stored and not potentially lose them. And because they don't hold in too great, it says to do it after you get them into car mode or while he's in car mode, but the downside is they do not like to stay. They don't like to stay as it is, but it's even worse when you're trying to reach into a small space to stick these guns on. So it's got one side done, and then other one just like the first. Unfortunately, I can't just skip ahead because I did forget one little thing. This part, you want to flip that out. So now we got his arms ready to go. Before we get his arms closed up, let's go ahead and, well, like I said, the guns do not like to stay well in place, but once you get him into his car mode though, they actually stay in place relatively well. So let's go ahead and get that back into place. You just press these up together, pull this down, and this is also going to be where this where his helmet thing goes. Just tabs in right there, stays in place relatively well, and then you just want to pull back up on that, on his little backpack, and then it's not all the way up, but not all the way down either. So you kind of have to find a happy medium, and then you just get it tabbed into place. And then also there's these little pegs right here on that have to peg into here, and it is a little bit of a nuisance. There we are. Get them in there. And as you can see, there's a lot of fingerprints on here. Very nice, shiny. They had a little plastic tape wrapped around it, which to prevent from getting scratched. It looked absolutely beautiful. I mean, I can get it clean, but it's not going to look as shiny and perfect as it did when I first got them out of the box, unfortunately. And I did forget something. Okay, so we're going to have to untab this again. Hope the guns don't pop off, because that's what tends to happen for whatever reason. But we have to hit this back up. And yeah, and there goes the gun. Okay. Hate when I forget things like this, but I do love the way this actually transforms. But you want to lift up on here. And come on, lift up. There we are. Get these flipped around. Flipped around. And then these kind of form like, I guess, the back of the trunk a little bit. I mean, it's kind of cool. And then also, this is going to be where Shūta is going to sit. And then as you can see, the guns actually hold each other in. I don't know why it doesn't say, well, I mean, I guess because if you are having him in car mode, so it'd be very difficult to, because you have to untransform him a bit to get these into place. And then if these aren't quite how you like them, you can just press them together a little bit more from this side, and then and yeah, so you pretty much got the top of him done, which is kind of cool that the top of the robot forms the back of the car, and the front of the car is formed by the bottom of the robot. Anyway, next thing to do is to pretty much get his legs undone. And what's really cool is that his mirrors go into these little slots. So of course you don't want to just, you know, I guess try to ram it in place, because then you're probably going to break something. But just open up his legs, pull out his feet, rotate his toes around, put them into place. Let's see, and we get his toes just like that, pretty much. Yeah, come on, get out. You're not supposed to go in there like that. There we are. Nope, there we are. Okay, good. Like that, and then you just rotate, and then you're probably gonna want to have these flipped up for this part. Just flip. And it's like a double hinge, and just flip around. Get this out of the way, and then get this flipped back down, and then this tabs into the side right in there. And then the second is just like the first, and then tab these together, and then rotate around. And also, these might be a little hard to get to tab in and stay tabbed in. I think it mainly just has to do with all the joints for his hips, which, I mean, I do appreciate the articulation, so I'm not going to complain too much about that. And close this up. Close up, although sometimes, there we are, you got to press that in, make sure it's completely in, and then unfold, fold back, and get tabbed into place. And then also this door, you have to get it lined up just so, and get that into place. And other side, exactly the same. And the last thing to do, obviously, would be to close up the roof, but we want to go ahead and put Shūta into his car. And this can be a little bit tricky, as you need to get his legs in there just right, but there is a lot more wiggle room in here than there is on, say, Cab's car, although this knee's not bent quite enough. Let's see, okay. There we are. And you get him in there, and then you flip this back, and there he is. He's driving the car. And then you just go ahead and close this up. Make sure everything's all nice and squoze in. Use another go phrase. And then make sure the mirrors are how you want them. And then you have him in his sporty police car mode, which is really cool. Rubber tires, rolls really well. And there's not a whole lot of kibble at all. Not really at all. Any visible anything. I mean, obviously you can see those are arms. Okay, that's a robot chest. But since it's not like movieverse, it actually looks okay. Definitely looks good. I like it. Obviously the doors don't open up, but the hood, the roof kind of works the same way. But headlights, flip up headlights. Absolutely love this. So cool. Something that they did not have to include, but I absolutely love it. Love it, love it, love it. And you can see like the blinkers and all that, like really nicely done. These are the stickers. You can see little scratches on it. Oh well. This is all paint, sticker, and you can see it's a little damaged, unfortunately. Silver for the rims. Some nice plastic taillights. A little bit of a spoiler, and another sticker, and that's about it for the detail. Absolutely love it. I don't know if exactly that's what it looked like in the show, but it looks absolutely cool. Definitely recommend this one, and a lot easier to transform than their Athena. And for comparison, we have him in his vehicle mode with Cab. And the thing is, what's very interesting is that they are kind of about the same size. I think they're relatively scale. I mean, obviously, because they both hold, well, little people, kids. And yeah, they both look pretty cool together. And for whatever reason, Cab is being a little problematic in staying, or at least his transdector is having trouble staying properly in truck mode. So it's really irritating. Even looked at my own review of him real quick just to see what I might have done wrong, but there might be something there that I just missed. But anyway, yeah, they both look good together, and I really look forward to getting all three of them together at some point in the future. So this has been a review of Fans Hobby MB-13 Ace Hitter, and if you like this review and you'd like to see more, please click that like and subscribe button to see more. Until next time, have a good one, everyone.